words of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live and what we say, it's stamping up and it's our way.
Hey everyone, it's Pauline from Stamp with Pauline, and recently a Stampin' Up held an event for demonstrators. It's called Creativity Now, and any current demonstrator can attend these events. And what they used was the Piece on Earth stamp set, embossing folder, and a coordinating die set to go with it. It also had some stunning ribbon, embellishments, and this designer series paper. This is the card I'm going to show you how I have created it using some supplies. If you would like to purchase any of these things, they're available in September in the mini catalogue coming out. Okay, let's get started. So like I said, this is the Creativity Now. It's Saturday the 21st of June if you wish to come. I'm using the Piece on Earth dies. I'm also using the Piece on Earth stamp set. And I'm going to be using the With Deepest Sympathy stamp on that. And I'm going to heat set the gold embossing on that. So I'll just take that out of case. And I'll grab my Versamark as well as my gold embossing powder and my heat tool for that. So I've got a base card of basic white. I've got the Peaceful Garden designer series paper, and I have cut out of that using the Textured Notes dies. So for this, I just cut out this designer series paper. Now this designer series paper, let me measure that, is 10 centimeters by 14 centimeters, and if you're in inches, it's 4 inches by 5.5 inches. And what I did was I actually cut out the center with the dies, and then with the next die up, I cut out a piece of the brushed gold sheet, and then what I did was I laid the die over. So it's the second largest die, and what I did was I laid, so it was actually a lot bigger, and what I did was I actually laid that into there on this side of the edge, and I cut it again to give me this piece here. So that was just to make it a little smaller, so that when I lay this piece on top of here, I'm only just seeing a slight little decorative edge of the gold. So that's another way of using your dies, is just trimming them down if you find that they're a little bit too big. And when I matched up the corners, it really doesn't actually matter where they sort of crisscrossed over, but you can't really sort of tell, so I wasn't worried. I've got a scrap piece of basic white, and I've got my dies to cut out my sentiment as well. So let me put all that over there and grab hold of my Terran tape. I like Terran tape when I'm sticking to the gold. I find when I use the multi-purpose adhesive, it tends to have a little bit of a longer time to stick, but also to it does slip and slide a little bit. So I do like to secure that with the Terran tape. So just pop some of that around all 4 sides. And just peel off the edges. If it doesn't come off, just give it a smoosh on the side, and it just warms it up a little bit and sticks to there. Well, usually. It's probably this cold weather we're having at the moment now. Nothing is wanting to stick or come apart, obviously. Oh, for goodness sake, jeez. There we go, got it. Oh dear. Alright, so I'm going to adhere this just on this side of the decorative edges and lay that down. Alright, I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of this because I would like it raised up. So grab some more dimensionals. Alright. And just pop a couple in the middle there because it's a rather large sheet. Alright. And then just leave that to the side while we adhere this layer. So this will just leave a slight border around my card, and then glue this back on top. And you'll see then, because I've cut that paper out, it actually sort of lines up as if there was no join in there. Alright, so let's grab out our Versamark. Alright, so pop down some embossing buddy first. Ink up the stamp. Stamp that. Take the gold embossing powder, sprinkle it over the top. I just give it a good flick. That tends to get rid of any of the dags that are hanging on, but you can use a paintbrush if it needs to. Alright, now I'm just going to heat set that. And now I'm going to run that through the die cut, and I'm going to run it through twice because I feel that's really big for the sentiment. I'm actually going to cut it once through, and then I'm going to line it up again and cut it through a second time to make it a little smaller. So you can see here I've run that through one way and then just chopped off that other little bit there. I'm going to grab hold of some dimensionals. The other thing you can do, I do feel like it is actually slightly still too big. So I am going to take my snips and I'm going to cut straight across there and straight across there, just to make that even smaller again. Okay, then we're going to add some dimensionals in the middle there, and of course you could add some twine onto this as well. So down that goes, and I'm going to use the kintsugi embellishments for this, just to give that little gold a little bit of a lift. So we're just going to grab hold of some of these small gems. Yep. I might just put the other one onto there. And there is a nice simple sympathy card using that Peaceful Garden Designer Series paper, kintsugi gems, bit of the gold brush, and the notes, what's it called again? Textured notes dies. Just got them, so I'm keen to use them. So that is the card, and I hope you like that, and I will see you next time. Bye.